Over the past century, Times and Herald Squares, the most crowded streets in America's most crowded city, had become a chaotic jumble of pedestrians, cyclists, cars, trucks, and buses. The diagonal path of Broadway cut into the Manhattan street grid and slowed travel times and created delays for motorists and pedestrians alike. Mayor Bloomberg asked the New York City Department of Transportation to find new ways to improve pedestrian safety and traffic flow. In response, the agency created a Greenlight for Midtown. The department started with temporary materials to close Broadway to motor vehicles through Times and Herald Squares. Though 6th and 7th Avenues now carry more traffic, travel times are improving. GPS data from taxis show that northbound trips throughout West Midtown improved 17% from fall 2008 to fall 2009, more than twice the improvement at East Midtown. And despite closing parts of Broadway, southbound travel continues to move as fast as before. Travel times for 6th Avenue buses are 13% faster. 7th Avenue buses are largely unchanged, in part because some buses now wiggle from Broadway over to 7th Avenue. But bus riders now have more frequent service on 7th Avenue. Greenlight for Midtown is also dramatically improving public safety. In just the brief life of the project, injuries to motorists and passengers in the area fell by 63%, while injuries to pedestrians dropped 35%. It's now easier to cross an intersection. Instead of having to cross the traffic of both Broadway and an avenue, people only need to cross the avenue. Less time in intersections means less risk. And there is more room for people to move in these bustling neighborhoods. Instead of crowded sidewalks pushing pedestrians into the streets, new plazas keep people out of the roadway and out of harm's way. And in Times Square, an amazing 80% fewer people are walking in the roadway. It's a much safer experience for everyone. Other safety improvements include new markings to clearly guide cars, bikes, and pedestrians. New or retimed traffic and crosswalk signals to give pedestrians more time to cross the street and reduce jaywalking. New refuge islands at intersections offer a safe place to stand between walk and don't walk. The scope of the project is undeniably big, but its creation was simple, efficient, and cost-effective. The result is a transformation of Broadway itself. Blocks once clogged with traffic now feature pedestrian plazas, developed and maintained in partnership with the Times Square Alliance, the 34th Street Partnership, and the Central Park Conservancy. Simplified intersections and new room for traffic and pedestrians has greatly improved mobility. In short, everything flows more smoothly and more safely. And people like it. Nearly 3/4 of New Yorkers surveyed say Times Square has improved dramatically over the past year. Before the pilot project, employees near Times Square consistently cited overcrowded sidewalks as a major drawback to working there. Now, 26% of those employees say they go out for lunch more frequently. 70% of Broadway theatergoers credit the new plazas for a better theater-going experience. And people are voting with their feet. Herald Square foot traffic is up by 6% and up by 11% in Times Square. Along with broader Broadway sidewalks from Central Park South to 42nd Street, the new landscape plazas of Times and Herald Squares bring in more people who spend more time there, enjoying the pleasures of public art, music, and other cultural events sponsored by local partners. These changes are promising for the local economy. Increased foot traffic means more people wander by stores and stop and shop or buy food and drink, particularly when there's a nearby plaza to enjoy that purchase. Greenlight for Midtown overcomes safety and traffic problems that had plagued New York for more than a century. And now those improvements will be made permanent with enhanced landscaping and public spaces built with lasting materials. Once again, the heart of the city belongs to the city.